So hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's doing well. I haven't made a video for a while because I've been working on a project. I'm actually here at Snailbeach, here in Shropshire, in a little village. Now it did used to be mined for lead all the way back until the Roman times, up until the 1950s where it was shut down. So as I did say, it was mined for lead. There's going to be lots of history on it. It's a great place. Absolutely fantastic what I've seen of it so far. So I hope you do enjoy this vlog, guys. Don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe and like. So before we head off and I show you around, I'm just going to tell you a little bit more information in case you visit here yourself. Now at the bottom of the trail there is a little car park. It's not very big, but it is £2 donations and it is free to enter around Snailbeach mining. Take a look around yourself, the little museum and various stuff. Now they do the mine tours, which vary in price. Check the website for that. So guys, we are going to start off our journey here by George's mine shaft, where all the miners used to go down to the shaft itself. And there is a tragedy that did happen here, but I will tell you later on in the vlog about that. So let's go and check out George's mine shaft. So here we go, here's George's shaft right here. And then we've got a typical working day. The miners would emerge from the old shaft, George's shaft, ending an 8-hour shift to changing the miners dry before walking home. 3 shifts were operated per day, the miners working by candlelight to earn 22 shillings, which is £1.10 a week. And as you can see, we are just here. So as I mentioned earlier, unfortunately there was a disaster here at Snailbeach Mining. Now I'm just going to read you a little article about it. The Snailbeach mine disaster occurred on the 6th of March 1895 when the winding rope broke, causing a cage full of miners to plunge to the bottom of the shaft, killing all those inside. Now they varied in age between in the 20s to the 60s. Now the story that goes with this, there was a father and son supposed to go down the mine. However, the father said to the son, go to the blacksmith shop, get your tools sharpened. Now obviously when he's done that, the winding ropes broke, plunged everybody to the bottom where they sadly lost their life. So was that fate that day, but unfortunately his father passed away, so did the other miners. So I am going to take you for a little walk inside here, where George's mine shaft used to be, where they did take the workers down into the shaft. And sadly where that tragedy happened, where all those men lost their lives. Exactly here, where the cable snapped, due to the bad weather I do believe, and went plummeting to the death down here. Rest in peace. And you can see here a plaque here, memorial, in memory of Joseph Evans, George Lewis, Arthur Wardman, Thomas Jones, and all the other names, which sadly lost their life on Wednesday the 6th of March 1895. Can you just imagine being winched down in that? So next up we're actually going to go in the blacksmith shop, which is the original workshop that's always been here for the mines. And you can see the old lanterns there. And all the tools, look, for making stuff. Absolutely amazing to think this is still here and it's been preserved. The size of that saw there. Old weighing scales. We have actually got some information here on this board. It was here that all of the miners' drills and pickheads were sharpened before they went on shift. You will be able to see examples of both in here. The blacksmith's was also made of metallic object that was required for the mine, and you will be able to see the various tongs, formers, etc. that were used. Absolute great history here. Who would have thought this original blacksmith shop would still be standing? Now next up we are going to take a little look in this museum part here, which will tell you all the history of the mining around here. Great little museum. You can see some of the mines, look, just on there. And as you can see, an original picture of when the mine was open, look at that. See all the spoil heaps and just the vast area of the mine. Photographer John Thomas, 1838, 1905. I do believe the mine for some of this here as well. Different type of rocks here, look. And here's a scale model of the mine itself, how it would have looked. So next up, right in front here, is the engine winding house where it used to be. Unfortunately, that's one of the cables that used to go right across there to the shaft that unfortunately snapped. Just show you around what's left of it. See the cable there, look. Oh, this is what's left of it. And you can see there, George's shaft, where they used to go up and down the mines. Where unfortunately the cable broke, look. So guys, we're going to do something a little bit special now. Julian, who works here, has kindly offered to take me down one of the lead mines. Now it is going to be quite narrow and dark, then it will open up, but he's going to tell me lots of history. But we are going to have our torches on, and headgear, and all the safety equipment. Yeah, so he's going to tell us lots of history. Now don't come here expecting you can film round here, because he's given me permission to film. But I really hope you enjoy this, guys, and the history he's going to tell you. So I am going to head into the lead mines, where I've paid for a tour, which was just £4 per adult. And Julian's going to take me down there, tell me a little bit of history. So here we are, guys, we're going to head into the mine now. And as you can see, this is very low leveled here. And it gets even lower as we go along. We've got a fair few torches on. Yeah, I've seen a fair few of those in tunnels. I like to go in. It's getting larger now. So guys, just check this out. Look at this old cart here. It's another world, isn't it? So was this track for actually carting out all the lead and everything?
It was.
That's what this was essentially for? Yeah.
Yeah, this is the main tramway.
Yeah. And this is where it goes down, obviously the shaft all down here, is it? Yeah.
If you stand here and look
Oh yeah, look at that.
you can see that's engine shaft going back up to
Look at that.
surface.
Oh, I get it. So did they used to come down this way, or? Well, there was a stuff.
This shaft was used for pumping.
Yeah.
Pumping out water.
Yeah.
And also for winding the ore back up.
Oh, right, yeah.
Look, stand over here and look down, you've got some lights going down the shaft.
Yeah.
Well, you'll see them.
Yeah, I could see a little bit, yeah. Yeah.
Full in a minute. Actually works better with
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can see better with the naked eye, can't you then?
Yeah, too much background light.
Yeah.
They show it better.
Yeah, but you can see how far that goes down.
So that goes down about 100 metres, which is where the mine's currently flooded.
Oh, right.
From that point,
Yeah.
there's a horizontal tunnel, a drainage tunnel, an adit that goes. So whilst they use the steel rod for hand drilling,
Yeah.
so they would have had one miner holding this and a pair either side of the sledgehammer. That's how they hand drove.
Yes. Yeah, the one that I seen, they used to have a little, you know, when the kids used to do it, the children, they used to do it, they used to leave the children in there, go backwards basically, let the kid do it. Because they said back then that the kids was disposable. I forget what time period it goes back to, but...
not necessarily.
Yeah.
I think here they had to be 12 to work.
Yeah. So obviously it was a different type of mining, obviously.
I mean, the coal mines are terrible.
Yes, yeah, that was it, yeah.
They used to use children in coal mines
yes.
because they were small. They'd have to haul these little sleds full of coal. Yeah.
Yeah, so we can.
So that's a later explosive.
Oh, yeah, so they'd.
From the 1870s onwards, they used what we consider dynamite. But again, quite a lot of the working life here, they were using black powder, so gunpowder effectively. Had to be careful using the gunpowder because spark could set it off.
Yes.
So they kept the gunpowder in leather flasks. They charged the hole, and then they used to use bronze or copper tools. So they'd use a copper rod like this, and they put the black powder in, and then they put that into the hole, then it over to the powder in. They'd stem the hole with clay to stop the blast coming out, and then they'd use bits of bronze quicker to make a hole through the stemming. And then, so they wouldn't use steel tools once they'd got the powder anywhere near the powder.
All a dangerous job.
So that was drilling and blasting. And then that's a compressed air drill, and early compressed air drills.
Yes.
They were used in Snailbeach from 1880, so really only the last 30 years. Working the mine here.
These some of the original buckets, are they? These?
Some of these, that one might be original. I think some of these have come in from other mines. But yeah, in terms of the principle, they were actually pushed, because though this looks relatively flat.
So somebody had actually pushed that.
They're going slightly downhill. And when they did the reclamation work, so they relayed the rails, and we use it for maintenance. So in terms of actually what they were extracting underground at Snailbeach, the main ore that they were extracting was galena.
Oh.
So this is a lump of galena. Galena is lead sulfide, this silvery metallic material. It's very dense. Very heavy. Do you want to feel the weight of it?
Jeez, that's got some weight in it.
Surprisingly heavy.
Is this what they're making the pencils and stuff essentially? They used to, or is that something different?
No, the lead was mainly used. It was used to form lead pipe. So people's water supply used lead pipe. It was used for architectural work, so church roofs.
Yeah, it all used to be lead.
Into a sheet, and it's quite soft, so you can mold it to make watertight.
Yeah, like the old drains and stuff, didn't they?
That's right.
Yeah, back in the day, I remember.
Lead is also the main composition of bullets.
Yes.
So originally in the old days it was musket balls were made of lead.
Yeah.
And then bullets and even bigger things like shells were made of lead. So heavy. By lead bullet, it's a lot of mass. Of course.
You wouldn't fancy getting hit by that piece, would you?
Damage. It was used to make lead acid batteries.
Yeah.
So on car batteries.
Is there still mine for this stuff?
Not in the UK.
No.
I don't think there's any mines, but there were centres of lead mining.
Yeah.
South Shropshire was one. Shropshire Hills, lead mines in Derbyshire, the Northern Pennines in Cumbria. So there were several lead mining in the UK.
Now, this was the largest one, I do believe, wasn't it?
This was the largest one in the Shropshire.
Yeah. So guys, how fantastic was that? Julian took me down into the mines, telling me all the history on it. Absolutely fantastic. Starts off very low level, and as we get in there, the height gets bigger. But great history there on the lead mining. Only £4 per adult, so it only cost me £4 to go in there. And he told you a lot of history, as you heard there. But yeah, guys, I highly recommend getting yourselves down here. Come checking out all the other things, which is free. And it's totally up to yourself if you did want to go down the mine. and take a look around like I did.
Pneumatic drills.
Yeah, and this come in later on, didn't it?
It did, yeah. Yes. 1881.
1881, yeah.
So again, you say it was quite late in the...
Yeah, but as you say, it said that it goes all the way back to the Roman times, didn't it? It said to, anyway.
Well, yeah, because they found Roman pigs of lead, and there's a replica actually in the visitor. The Roman pig of lead that was found here, the original, I think, is in the British Museum.
Yes.
That weighs on here.
I can imagine.
70 or 80 kilograms. Yeah. Incredibly heavy. It takes four of us to move it.
Yeah, it's going to do. If we just felt that little bit and how heavy that was, that's going to be really some weight in that, isn't it?
We have to get it on a roller.
So guys, here's the compressor house, which Julian was talking about a little bit earlier on, which came in a little bit later on, the compressor house did. And obviously, used to compress all the air around to run your tools here, look, like your drills and stuff like that, which he did tell us down the mine. So next up guys, this would have been the crusher house, where everything would have been sorted. When the lead or galena was brought out of the mine, it had to be separated from unwanted minerals and rock. To do this, they underwent a number of processes, which you can see here: crushing process, jigging and bundling. And the bucking here, look, and sorting ore, all had to do by hand, look, tipping it all in, and they were sorting it all out. And that's currently where we are, look. And you can see all these various things to have a look at. So you can just see here what's left of the ruins of the crusher house. Not much of it's left, but you can kind of get an idea. And as it did say on there, majority of it was done by hand. It was all hard graft. And I'll tell you what, the weight in that lead, even a little bit of it, it's absolutely heavy. You just can't imagine lugging that out the mines every day. Old wooden lintel, look. You can see all this is coming over, look. And just in front of me you can see Snailbeach District Railway Locomotive Shed. And it was actually in 1877. Now on the floor we can see all the evidence of the old tracks. Now I do believe they used to load it all up, push the carts down, you see all the tracks here, and load it onto a train to be distributed wherever it needed to go. And all the spoil, they used to push that also on the track in the early days, all over to the spoil mounds over there. Can you imagine pushing that by hand on the cart, all over there, and dumping it out onto all the spoil mounds, which are all over there now, which have been actually landscaped now. But just look at this view over here. Absolutely beautiful. And we've got evidence everywhere of the old track, look. All here, look. And if we actually do look over there, it looks like there was some kind of railway bridge, or some type of bridge anyway, which I just looked at. So if we look here, we can see some great evidence of the old railway track that's just there. Now I'm assuming this would have been the platform here, because the mine was just up there. And I'm assuming they used to load up all the trains here. Then off they went, deliver it wherever they needed to go. I'm pretty sure the tubs used to go that way, down to the spoil mounds. So guys, I am still at Snailbeach mining, but on the trail there is this place here, which is Lord's Hill Baptist Church. It's roughly half a mile away from the little mining village where I was at. Now, if you're not too good at walking, I would advise you perhaps to try and drive down here. I've actually got some sheep in the grounds as well, just roaming around. But look at this for an absolutely stunning place. Middle of nowhere. Sheep all around. And this church here. Now, I don't believe they actually do services here on a Sunday anymore. And this church does actually have a tale to tell. It was actually a filming location for the 1950 movie Gone to Earth. So there you go guys, it was a filming location for the movie Gone to Earth in the 1950s. Now I do believe this little building here, cottage, whatever it is, they did used to live in here. But it's seen better days now. All the paint's flaking off. Hopefully they're going to restore it. Absolute beautiful place. If it was ever open, it'd be lovely to go inside and have a look. It's like it's made of metal sheeting on the side, look. Some of these windows have been put through, unfortunately. Such a shame, because people are laid to rest here. So what we see in front of us is the old engine shaft. The large building is the pumping engine house that housed a steam beam engine with a 60-inch diameter cylinder working on the Cornish cycle. 2 mil thick wall, known as the bob wall, supported the large cast iron beam called the bob due to its rocking motion. And if I just show you here, there is another shaft here. And when we went down into the mines earlier on and was looking up, this is the mine shaft that we're looking up at, just here. So there's the other mine shaft. And there's the engine pumping house. So here would have sat a winding engine house. I'll tell you what guys, there's just so much history around here of the mining. You could take 2 days to go around. It's a proper little mining village. The history is absolutely amazing here. And the vast scale of mining they did here for the lead. And they are trying to preserve it all with the lottery fund and the volunteers. So guys, this building that we do see in front of us is a double wall building, was the explosives magazine that was built in the 1863. The 2 walls allowed one-way traffic of the miners going in to collect the explosives and fuses. So this is where they kept the explosives and the fuses. So that's why they've built an inner wall and an outer wall. So if there was an explosion, it was like a safety precaution that it had to blast the 2 walls out. So it was like health and safety back then. So guys, that's all we have time for on this vlog. I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry it's been a while since I've uploaded, but it took a while to film this around here and get permission to film in the mine as well. But absolutely fantastic here at Snailbeach Mines, which they used to mine for lead, going all the way back to the Roman times up until the 1950s when they stopped mining. Highly recommend getting yourselves down here and checking it out. Till next time guys, catch you later.